What's up everyone, happy Christmas and happy New Year when it comes around. The back wheel's squeaking. Why is it squeaking? The brakes are squeaky, I don't know why. Maybe when I wash the bike glass I got some oil on the disc brakes or something. Anyhow, this year has been a very bad year for me. Depression, that would be an understatement. I just, you know, I don't know what to say. I'm doing what I can to stay for my kids. So I'm out today anyway to, you know, show off the old Van Nicholas bicycles. I haven't done much riding recently since my accident on the 3rd of September. DPD driver pulled across the road in front of me. Literally no time to brake. Well, they basically said you're going to have to prove that we're the ones that caused the accident. Even though at the time I was on a sponsored record attempt for getting from east to west in the United Kingdom in 4 days. I hope you understand, folks. That's been such a difficult year for me. One of the other VPN, virtual private network services out there, they got in contact through email a couple of weeks ago saying they don't mind giving me money, like a wage type thing, to create videos. That would be epic. Honestly, that would be really epic, because I could go different places, meet different people, different terrain on different bikes, and use different kit that I haven't previously, well, you guys at home haven't previously seen on video. So a paid sponsorship would be really good. But yeah, let's go to the woods now. I'll take you through some of the gear I'm going to be using. I'm going to have a hammock set up today. Anyway, enough of the pity party. Let's get down to the woods and have ourselves some beers. So you can see behind me here, my bushcraft camp is not faring too well. All of the natural jute material, which is like a biodegradable twine, that's all, well yeah, it's dissolved and biodegraded now. It's been about 3 or 4 years at least. So everything's falling down. I've got some plastic polyester rope still hanging stuff up, which is absolutely disgusting. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to rebuild this year, well hopefully. I'm going to rebuild all of this year, get some more hammock poles in the ground so I can have a nice community event one day. Fingers crossed, touch wood, everything goes well. But all of the wooden structures, they're actually going to be wooden pegs, so where the one pole butts up to another, I'm going to do a little, not a dovetail, but just a little notch in both of them, put them together, and then put a wooden peg through to both of them. So that should hold a lot better than the jute twine, and when it rots out I'll just change the big logs anyway for more, because I'm a tree surgeon. Handy old job that. Anyway, this is a true depiction of my life at the minute. This is how chaotic it is. As I say a minute ago, I'm not doing too well, but you know, you can't really help that. You just have to keep plodding on for, well, I don't even know why I keep plodding on, but you know, it's got to be done. Thank you very much to everyone for your support over the last 9 months. I've not been myself. Anyway, I've got sausages to eat, I've got bacon, I'm going to have some beers later, hopefully some Guinness. Get the fire on the go now, set the hammock up first. Yeah, I'm going to set the hammock up first. Then I've got a DD tarp, camouflage DD tarp on the front here, 3x3 metre tarp. I'm going to set that up over there in where my, what are they called, tent. I forgot the word tent. How can I forget the word tent? I don't know what's going on. Well, that's a real laugh. Anyway, I'm making a fool out of myself, which is fine, you know, it's entertainment. I'm going to be setting this tarp up above where Michael normally puts his tent. He'll probably have to sleep over there, or I've got another spare hammock, an under blanket and a top quilt and everything. If he chooses that he wants to have a hammock the same as me, and we can put the hammock up wherever really. I'm going to getting on, set my cocoon up. It's like a caterpillar cocoon shaped sleep system for the hammocks. Snugpack make it. It's called the Snugpack Cocoon. Nothing else like it on the market. Well, there is now, because people, China copies good products. So yeah, these smocks really nice. You have to throw them over your head. There's no centre zip as such, but for what it's worth, it keeps the heat in a lot more. And yeah, you have nice big pockets at the front. You have a big zippable pocket, and you have thumb holes on the sleeves. You know, It's a decent jacket. I love it. This is what I always wear. Anyway, I'm gonna get my hammock set up and the tarp set up and bring you back when it's done. And if I don't see you, well, I've fallen down a hole of dug metal detecting anyway. So I'm gonna get on with all that and wait for Michael to get here. Peace. No, that's peace. That's thumbs up. Peace. Now this molehill wasn't here a few days ago, and I've never, I think it's 16 or 17 years ago we started renting this woods, never seen a molehill. There's more. Look, there's more behind here. Under a mole attack now. I thought that was kind of interesting, so I just thought I'd share it. You know, what else is a camera and YouTube for? Woo! This is pretty hot work considering it's winter. I might take my hat off you and actually see what I look like. Oh my god, I can see a square around my face. Little square. It's actually recognising my face now, so it might be able to focus correctly. Anyway, this is all the equipment I'm using to sleep in tonight. It's a hammock and a hammock cocoon. This is an absolutely brilliant bit of kit. It's a bit bulky, however it is smaller than if you had an under blanket and a winter under blanket, sorry, and a winter top quilt with foot box and all of that jazz combined. So this is a very good setup. You can chuck this in the bottom of your Bergen, rucksack, whatever, this wherever. And then of course you've got your tarp. This is usually in a stuff sack about twice the size of this. Yeah, about 1.5 times the size of this. The tarp folds down too, but it's wet last time, so I left it up to dry. Anyway, I'm going to get on with setting this stuff up now. I'll bring you back when it's all set up. Then we'll get the fire on, and once the fire's going, I'll then put the tarp up and do all the food preparation and everything up there. And a couple of days ago, I received in the mail a new bit of equipment, cooking equipment from Wild Camping International. I didn't order it. They didn't ask me if I wanted to review it. They just sent it as a gift. Or they got the wrong address. Either way, I'm going to be using it today. And yeah, the bag I'm using today, let me just move my t-shirt, get that out of the way. This is a XP metal detecting bag. This is a 240, I believe. The next one up is a 360, which has a bit more specific to metal detecting than this one. But yeah, one massive compartment inside. You can see my bacon, my sausages. I've got some underlayers. I've got a pump. This pump is made by Halfords. This is called the Advanced model. It's got a little pressure gauge there. Do not, under any circumstances whatsoever, buy these. If I didn't have another one, it would be going in the bin. I didn't mean it to hit that tree, so hopefully it will be able to pump my tyre up tomorrow. Because I've got a slow puncher because of the pump, and that pump has given me at least several to a dozen punches. It just rips the valve out or damages it somehow. No matter how hard I keep it still, even when I'm pumping it up, and the actual connection is perfectly still, not putting any pressure on the valve at all. It splits the valve right where the tube meets the valve on the latex. Absolutely incredibly crap. Oh, another thing. Oh, it's at the bottom. I'll show you that later. But yeah, these rucksacks are really good. There's separate compartments. There's a metal detecting bag, so it has a little compartment on one side for your pinpointer. This detects metal type thing. But you could also put your bushcraft tools in there, your knife, your saw, your little neck knife, whatever it's called. I've forgotten the proper word. Anyway, it's got a nice little bit down here that you could put your pots and pans in, just to keep them nice and handy on the outside. Anyway, I'm going to get on with this. I'll bring you back. Oh, getting old. 34 now. I spy with my little eye something beginning with M. I think it's Michael. Yep, it's Michael in his mini car. Let's go see him. Oh no, he's beat me too. Oh, there he is. Alright, mate. Hello. So I'm going to catch up with Michael for half an hour, and then I'll set the hammock up. Then we'll get food on the go. As I say, Michael's vegan, so he won't like me cooking sausages. But I'm hungry. Michael just thought my fire logs were uneven or
wonky as anything.
Wonky?
I
Yeah.
just think that's your definition of straight, though.
I keep trying to tell Michael that it's the trees and the land around that straight log that's wonky, and now everything's off. But anyway, I'm going to sit in my hammock. There's the hammock all set up. I can't lay down in it. I've got muddy boots on, but you get the general idea of the cocoon. You sit inside, you don't need to undo it that far. Yeah, when you lay down in it properly, it turns into a big cocoon shape, and most of the time I just zip it up against my neck and I'm like this, relaxing. Actual relaxing, not being really awkward because it's not done up. Anyway, just went to the caravan because I've got my tree straps and I found some beers. Top job.
Don't do this at home, kids.
Michael's just rebuilding the fire guard nicely for me. Doing a great job, mate.
Yep.
And yeah, he does need a few tips on axe and cutting tool safety, but he'll learn when he hits his shins. In atypical fashion, Michael set his tent up where I was going to have my tarp, so I won't bother with the tarp. What I'm going to do instead is just take you through some of the equipment for cooking I've got with me today, and also the little fry pan, little pan thing that Wild Camping International sent me. This is everything I have to cook with today for the food itself. I have a few sausages, pork sausage and some streaky bacon smoked. There's a few too many sausages in here for me, so what I'll do is I'll probably have some later this evening and have a good fry up with the bacon in the morning. And I'll also get some other bits like baked beans or whatever else I fancy. I've got my little titanium spork here. It's very nice and handy. I gave about 30 of these away, and at £10.99 each. That's well worth entering my competitions for. Nice little spoon. You can obviously clip it to anything, but it's a spoon. You get the idea. For the pots and pans, this one is a MSR Titan kettle cook pot. It's got measuring lines on, and also has a nice little lid, which is quite burnt actually. Now you can see it's fairly bojangled. Little hole in the top so it don't boil over and start rocking your pan when it's boiling hot. That's what I'm going to be boiling the water in this evening and in the morning. Another titanium dish. This is what I'll be using as a plate. It's got a dent in there. I got it off Amazon years ago as a product review, product placement thing. This is made by Keith Titanium, and this says, oh no, it hasn't got a, it's just a model number. It hasn't got a name. It's made by Keith Titanium. Bowl, plate, whatever it is. Very nice and handy. The item that Wild Camping International sent me with this custom made case here is a nice deep dish fry pan with one of them little fold together handles. I really like that. I'm not too keen on these handles, but if you want a handle that folds up, that's pretty much the only option you have to go for. Wild Camping International sent me this. I didn't ask for it. They didn't email me for a review. They just sent it through the post. It's about 1.5 inches in depth and about, yeah, about your hand width, spread, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I really look forward to, calm down Michael, calm down. I really look forward to using this and testing it out. I haven't actually got any oil, so the sausages and bacon, we'll have to fry in the bacon fat from there. For the other cook pots in my titanium cup, we have the lid off another titanium cook pot. Alright, let's get that. No, these are my coffees. Don't want that just yet. This is my titanium cup. Nice little, again, Keith Titanium 550ml cup. Keith Titanium, very nice titanium mugs, like any titanium products. highly resilient to heat and warping and everything like that. This one, oh, and that also has a nice little lid so you can keep your beverages, coffee, tea, cup of soup, whatever you want, nice and warm over long periods of time. This cooking pot here is a 550ml cooking pot, again by Wild Camping International. It's got a nice little lid on it with some holes in so you can boil stuff up. It hasn't got a spout, but that's where this comes in, the MSR Titan kettle. That's got a nice little spout on it. This one I typically use for pasta and rice dishes, anything like that. I just hold this over the fire with a stick or a bit of line or something, holding it above the fire, or just place this directly on the fire. As it's titanium, it doesn't warp. That's a very nice practical thing to use, and this fits in this absolutely perfectly, as you saw a minute ago. You're breaking my trees down, are you, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was broken a 20-foot pine tree down, just put on the fire.
What a savage.
Savage. Anyway, that's pretty much all I use for cooking wise. Very nice and handy, it fits in there absolutely superb. Get that mud off there, chuck that back in for now. Key titanium cup lid, then the Wild Camping International lid. I'll close the handles, put the little holder down, and then put it back in the case, which is an oversized case, which is great in cold weather like today, because you're not messing about hurting your fingers trying to get metal objects back in a tight case. Lovely job. Michael's just done the fire guard, which looks absolutely puckered, by the way, Michael, thank you very much. And he's, as always, hogging the fire starting. He's a bloody show off, this guy, I know.
That's to bushcraft the shit out of it.
He's got a bit of silver birch, you can see on the top right hand corner next to his opal knife, and some dry twigs on the old charcoal next to them burnt bricks. Lovely, looks like a good night set ahead. Michael just lit the fire with a lighter. Only joking, he used a ferro rod, which is very hard to do in this damp weather. Everything's wet, and the little twigs and bits of debris that you typically use to start the fire with simply holds lots of moisture this time of year. So what we added, which really kicked it off, apart from the birch bark that Michael whittled down into nice little flakes, we used a bit of this fat wood, which is pine predominantly, with lots of resin inside. It's a nice pinky colour, and there's a really sweet smell. Finally shavings off this, and the fire will be going in no time. For the past few months we've been using this fallen sycamore tree, dead standing, that's fallen over. It's nice and dry, so we've been using that as wood, firewood on the fire for the last couple of months. Anyway, we're gonna hack this back a bit, get a good pile of wood for the evening and the morning. Yay, it finally went. What not to do in the woods, especially when you're alone. Yeah, 10 minutes of hard work. I've nearly broken a sweat, which is quite dangerous in this type of cold weather. You sweat, you get wet, your body cools down. Next thing you know, you got hypothermia, so I'm going to take this top off in a minute just to let some moisture out. Perspiration away, sweaty bugger I am. Strip. And once I've done a strip for Michael at his request, I'll cut some of this about a bit more.
Get your kit off.
Yeah, I'm getting my kit off, mate. Pay-per-view. Wood's all chopped up nicely, as you can see, a big old pile over there. Michael's nicked my hammock every chance he gets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you need to get your own hammock, mate. Anyway, let's chill out, relax, bebop and get up to no good. See you in a bit. It's now starting to rain, well, a bit of drizzle. It's England, what do you expect? It's not too cold just yet because there's quite a bit of cloud cover coming over, which keeps the ultraviolet rays in a bit and warms us up, keeps us warm until about 11 o'clock at night. This is my metal detecting bag. I can see it's quite dark on camera, so what I'll do is I'll take you through all of my equipment and that tomorrow that I take. Obviously there's loads of room in this bag for extra stuff, not just the metal detector. The total weight of all of my gear, this is about nearly a kilo, 800-900 grams, this mini long handled trowel, Evolution make. And as you can tell by my hat, that's where I shop, Regden Limited. It's a online shop based in Birmingham. They have actually got a store in Birmingham city centre, right next to the canal, which is lovely. Anyway, change of plan for food. We're going to the chip shop again, as always. I might, yeah, exactly. I might. What tickles my pickle today is a large cod and large chips, but
I'll tickle your pickle.
yeah, Michael will tickle my pickle, he says, but I'm a bit wary of camping next to him too close, so I'm kept about 15 foot away camping, just so I hear him creeping up in the night. Anyway, we're going to the shop, chip shop, then we'll be back for a couple of beers, and hopefully it won't be raining too hard, so I'll pull the tarp back as it is now, and have a nice big fire, and have a brew. Catch you in a bit. Good morning everyone. Quite a nice warm sleep last night. Only woke up a couple of times just before daybreak. Needing a wee, so yeah, typical stuff. Let's get on, do some cooking today. Get the bacon and sausages on the go in that new pan from World Camping International. And yeah, tidy up the camp a bit because it's looking a bit sorry for itself this time of year. It's Boxing Day. It's Boxing Day? No, it isn't. Christmas is tomorrow. What day is it today? Christmas Eve. Anyway, let's do some cooking. Right, so today we have some bacon and sausages. I didn't get any baked beans or anything. Couldn't be bothered really. The pan's a bit dirty, so yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Let's just, yeah, give it a quick wipe around with something. Dirty t-shirt, why not? I don't want bits of pine needles and dead bugs in my breakfast, nor do I want my grey hairs. Yeah, I'm getting that age, 34. Not good. Good sized pan this, quite deep. Let's get, I would put some oil in this first, but I just don't have any. Get these sausages on the go. I need to cut them with my stupid non-lockable knife. One of the only knives in England that is street legal. First of all, I don't see much point in banning lock knives because most crimes in the UK, down in London, there's a lot of stabbings, but they're mainly with kitchen knives. I think it was over 85% of stabbings down in London are with kitchen knives. Then they go and ban lock knives. When you're whittling, it might actually just cut your fingers off with these non-lockable knives. I really dislike that law. It's very impractical and quite dangerous, to be honest, especially as a woodworker or anything. Right, so there's the sausages. I ain't got any oil, but it's going on anyway, and hopefully that'll be alright. Oh, they're sizzling already. I'm going to let them cook off for about 10 minutes, then I'm going to add the bacon. So after 15 minutes, that'll be done, on tuck in. Lovely job. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Right, is that handle hot? Nope, it'd be too late if it was. I've noticed that this is actually quite a squeaky pan when it's new. Oh, they're definitely burnt on there. I'll just cut that bit out. There we go. Oh no, I split it open. I have noticed this is quite a squeaky pan when it's new. Might be something to do with my lack of oil actually, but I'm not too sure. I put a couple more sausages in. I'm gonna leave that 2 more minutes, then put the bacon in. Ah, can't wait to get some grub in me. Right, most of the sausages are done. Just a couple more in there left. What I'm going to do with the bacon is simply roll it up together like a bacon roll type thing. Just roll it up like that, put it in. It'll take a little bit longer than usual being so thick, but that's something I'm going to have to deal with. Oh, nice thick bits of bacon. Maybe I'll just fold them over in half instead. I'll try them 2 bits, see how long they take, and then put the other 3 bits on in a minute. What I'm doing is I'm simply wrapping the thick layer smoked back bacon around these butcher's pork sausages. That seems to be doing a treat on the barbie, or in the pan, whatever you want to say. Anyway, back to cooking. Just look at that. Oh, can't wait to get stuck in. I've already had a bite, just out of eagerness, but let's do another one for the camera. Mmm. Well, it's a bit chewy, but oh well, it's Christmas. Happy Christmas, folks. Have a great new year. Top tip for today. Well, there could be a lot actually, but top tip. Oily hands. Take a rag, wet wipe, something like that, just to wipe over your hands so you don't get it all over your equipment like I have. Oh, that's lovely. I've got some sausage and bacon. That's really nice. I've got some normal bacon and a sausage by itself because, well, I ran out of bacon. Yep. So yummy. There's lots of salt. I taste there's lots of salt in it, but yeah, well worth the $2.99 for 8 sausages. Bargain. So I think it's about that time that I just sit down and have a rest a minute, for one, and secondly I'd like to just go over what metal detecting equipment I have. I'm not going to bother detecting today, just don't feel it, to be honest. I'm a bit too full up, so I'm feeling lazy. Anyway, you have the backpack itself, XP240 rucksack. It's quite nice. It's got load bearing straps, waist strap, everything like that. This is not a full mountaineering rucksack by any means, covered in ash. It is mainly for metal detecting, but it does feature one massive compartment inside, and as I mentioned last night, it has other compartments for your pinpointer, bushcraft tools at the front. Has a nice big mesh pocket at the top, and a very large pocket inside the zip which goes down to the bottom of the black mesh. Here you have another compartment where you can put your metal detecting headphones. These are XP headphones made for the Deus metal detector. These are very nice and handy, and they're called, well, they're pretty much back phones, so you wear them backwards on your head like that, and you can adjust the angle of them to suit you so it don't ache your ears so much, because weight on your ears does ache after a good few hours in the field. Anyway, I normally would put my pot and pan set up, my MSR Titan kettle and stuff in there. That'll fit in there nice and easy. In the main compartment, as I say, it's one big compartment with a elastified little bit at the back. It's kind of dirty in here now. Little zip pocket runs down to there. This is purely for, oh, that's where my torch went last night. I was looking for that everywhere and I couldn't find it. It's there. Waterproof notebook, very nice and handy when you're metal detecting or here, wherever. If you meet someone, a nice friendly landowner or something, you can always take their number and ask them to camp or metal detect. There's a little pocket at the side here which can fit a 1 litre SIG water bottle in. Mesh pocket, elasticated again at the top. Little cinch and strap here, just to tighten everything down. Yeah, very nice and handy bag. As for the equipment, I showed you last night, this is an Evolution long handled trowel. It's like a mini spade, pretty much the length of my arm. Very nice and handy. This is what I use typically, a spread hand. Yep, you can see it's a small digging tool, but yeah, very nice and handy. Weighs about 850, 950 grams, just under a kilo. For the metal detector itself, which is very dirty at the minute because I use it pretty much every evening, to be honest. At the moment I'm getting out metal detecting, just takes my mind off things and gives me something else to concentrate on. This metal detector is a XP Deus metal detector. Oh, you can see the shaft here is a bit scratched up. That's just from where I've packed up when it's got dark, say I've packed up and not been able to clean all the mud and grit and grime off, and sand especially. That gets underneath the sliding bit here mechanism, and when I do it in and out, whatever, do it in and out, whoop whoop that yeah, it does scratch it a bit. However, if you pack up in the daytime, unlike me, you'll be absolutely fine. XP Deus metal detector, absolutely awesome. The only thing that annoys me most about this is I have to spend 3, 5, 7 hours a day in the field looking at this blooming flashing light, which is really, really bright. I'll put a bit of tape over it when I want to charge it. I've got the 2 little prongs here for a USB style charger that just goes over it. This is a wireless device. It connects with the headphones, no wires, there's no headset needed for this, no heads up display at all. I think that's about £500–600 more anyway, but yeah, you can do everything you like with this, anything and everything. If you wanted to pack it down, instead of taking it fully apart, you can pack it down like that. Yeah, I love it. Apart from metal detector, we have, first of all, this is an XP Finds pouch, little belt with it so you can wear it over the top, waterproof, so you don't have to put it on your actual trouser belt. That comes with it. Has molly loops all around. The bag don't have molly loops on this one. The bigger 360 version, or 280 or whatever it's called, the bigger, more expensive version of this bag has molly loops and different spade holders on the outside and all sorts. But this one's a nice lightweight bag. The other one's very heavy duty, and it does weigh you down a bit after a good few hours in the field. On this is a drawstring at the front. You can cinch down, tighten or release this. When I'm out in the field, I tend to tighten it up so there's a little hole, and that way when you're bending down, all your fines aren't flying out of this. In here, a pair of gloves, always essential. I'm always digging bottle caps, and some of them, especially the old ones from the 1950s and 60s, they still have like a screw bottle cap. There's always a glass bottle attached to them, smashed. You don't want to be cutting your hands open, getting diseases, tetanus, anything like that. At the front, there's a little zip pouch. This is where I put my good finds. If I find a coin, I put it in here, or Roman brooch or something, I put it in there. Nothing in there today, unfortunately, but yeah, at the back here there's more molly loops, couple of snap fasteners, whatever they're called, snap fasteners, whatever. You can put that on the back of your rucksack, or even on the waist strap of your XP backpack. That's really handy. It reminds me of one of them mountain climbing pouches where they put not salt, what is it? Yep, you got it. Chalk, that's it. Yeah, when I put chalk in to climb up rock faces, so you'd always use one of them, but this one, yeah, it's a bit more fine, purely for metal detecting. So yeah, that's everything I take metal detecting really. I don't need much. Sometimes I just go out with the headphones on and take these. I leave the pinpointer at home. The pinpointer, after you found the target initially with your metal detector, you may like a little small orange pinpointer just to aid in finding the target once you've done the rough location with the metal detector. However, this detector, the XP Deus, this is the original Deus by the way. The Deus 2 has just come out and that looks pretty impressive. But yeah, this is what I've got and I've used for about a year now nearly. I've worked archaeological sites with this, private permissions and fields, woodlands, here at the woods, done the tracks. Absolutely awesome metal detector. As I was saying, sorry, I don't need a pinpointer because this is really, really accurate. You can go along and as soon as you get a beep, just draw it backwards a little bit until the beep stops. And as soon as it starts again, it's right in front of the nose of your coil. So that's a good little tip for you. But yeah, this is, I don't know, it's not even a kilo in weight. And most metal detectors are about 1.3, 1.5 kilos, I think one of them is. I know Ben uses a heavy detector, which is a Garrett, but then again, they are still good detectors. If it detects metal, use it. It doesn't really matter what detector you use. If you want something state of the art, a lot of technology in it, use this with the wireless and all that, and it's USB chargeable so you can travel with it and it's lightweight. Same for the backpack, it's lightweight, I'll travel with it and fit all my camping gear in as well, like you see. Breakfast was absolutely lovely earlier. I feel like a fat pig to be fair. I feel absolutely dehydrated as well, in all honesty, but yeah, we'll have a relax in the woods for a bit. Well, I will anyway, and you're probably at home in the warm, enjoying Christmas with your family, which is great. I'm going to go home later, drop the presents round the kids' house, and yeah, go around my friend Ben and Gemma's, which I haven't seen, well, I've seen them about 5 times in the last 18 months, to be fair. I used to be around there quite literally 3 days a week, 4 days a week maybe. In the evening we used to play cards and that, and I don't know what happened, but you know, I think this coronavirus stuff don't help, you know. I can't speak for other people, but yeah, it does make me feel a little bit left out in all honesty, but it don't matter. It's hard to make friends for me. I'm always outdoors, always doing something. I really do like that little finest pouch, it's very handy. Yeah, so for me personally, it's very hard to find friends, especially doing what I do. I just get out, and whenever I'm cycling somewhere, I'm cycling somewhere, and I'm not traditionally touring as such, where I'd stop at every town and city for a couple of hours and only cycle 30, 35, 40 miles a day. I'm doing like 60, 80 miles a day at least, and yeah, I can't really stop and make friends all too often, despite everyone coming up to you and always saying, "Oh, you're alright, where you going, what you doing, do you want to come around for a meal?" And I always get asked if I'd like to stay at someone's house and stuff. Majority of the time I turn it down, just for the fact of I'm on a tour, I want to camp outside and all that, but sometimes very unoften, what's the word, infrequent, very infrequently, I would actually accept the offer of complete strangers into their home. They cook a roast dinner for me or something, even if it's a Tuesday afternoon or whatever. They let me have a shower, a bath, use their kids' bed, whatever, a spare bedroom or something. Absolutely awesome, like, to see such kindness in strangers, and it's just a shame I can't find people like that local to where I live. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't think it's quite the end yet, but you never know. I probably won't be bothered to switch the camera back on because I need to pack up and get going home, ready for Christmas Eve tonight. As I say, Ben and Gemma's, whoop whoop Ben, if you're watching. You don't watch my videos, I know mate, but yeah, you know, you miss out, because I do mention you in my videos quite a lot. Anyway, we'll put that back in, get this mud off this shovel, spade, whatever you want to call it. Michael used this to dig a hole for the toilet. Didn't really want to touch it. Anyway, everything fits in there all nicely. Spade fits in. Well, it would fit in if I put it in properly. Anyway, I'm going to have a bit of water, get packed up, and then I'm going to shoot off home. Right, that brings us to the end of this video. I'm going to get packed up now, get going home. It's been awesome. I've loved that food this morning. That was really nice. I like that. I've probably still got crumbs in my beard. The tree behind you over there we was cutting up last night, a dead sycamore. Yeah, Michael went mad axeman on me last night, and he spent about 20-25 minutes in real time cutting through the main trunk of that beast. It's about that round. And just for this little hatchet, this one here, Fisker's X7, just a little hatchet, he was just swinging away all night long with that. Absolute madman. I did tell him not to use an axe at night. He did have a head torch on, but still accidents do happen, and I was just waiting for the screams. Luckily, no screams come. And on that note, I wish everyone a happy Christmas. Very fortunate New Year in 2022. 2022? Why is time going so quick nowadays? I'm only 34. Imagine when I'm 60, like a year will feel like a week. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. You don't have to, because, you know, it doesn't really matter. I just hope you enjoyed it. That's the main thing. So happy Christmas, happy New Year. Until next time, stay safe and I hope you find peace. Out in the wildlife, doing whatever you can outdoors. Because me, I'm doing anything I can at the minute to just keep sane. I'll see you soon. Whoop whoop. Oh, and a massive thank you to Regton Limited. I'll put a link in the description box below. And also Van Nicholas Titanium Bicycles. Thank you very much for your support this year. I've done nothing compared with what I wanted to do, and you probably expected. Sorry, mental health. It's not the best year for me, or probably anyone around the world. It's, you know, it's just been terrible, and nothing's worked out. Next year I'm gonna have some huge plans like I do for every year, but next year I'm just gonna think of myself. I'm not gonna think of, I'm gonna be selfish next year. I'm just gonna think of myself and getting a career going. I'm gonna be out 4 to 5 days a week filming. No, well, out 2 to 3 days a week filming. At home on the grind, editing non-stop for the other 2 days. Like say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I'll be filming. Thursday, Friday I'll be editing. Saturday morning I'll be releasing a video. Please, if anyone knows any outdoor companies, Evans Cycles, not Halfords. I don't trust your pump, Halford, sorry. Any big sponsor names, brand names out there that would like to give me a wage to do what I love and to keep me sane, that would be really, really appreciated. I really hope everyone at home is in good mental health, unlike me, and you know, just remember that you've created the life you have for yourself. The people around you, even if they're on top of you all the time, driving you nuts, like, just remember, just don't go. Just go somewhere and start a new life. I've lost friends this year, a few of them, more than a few of them, not only to coronavirus, SARS disease, whatever it's called, but depression. It's not nice. These people had a real future, and so do I. I'm gonna be here no matter what, and you know, as hard as it is. Anyway, more pity party. See you next time. Peace.